Hello friends, welcome to ShailajaIAS and welcome to the PYQ Decoder course. Today we are continuing with the economy class. Today we will be taking in the class 7 with respect to infrastructure, industry, the rules, regulations with respect to industrial development, the sectors, various sectors of the economy, and with respect to corporate regulation and corporate governance. The questions are linked around these important themes where every year 2 to 3 questions are coming. Already we discussed in the previous 5 classes the 5 important pillars. Okay, now we will be seeing with respect to industry, with respect to infrastructure, be it road, railway, ports. Okay, questions will be asked, and with respect to corporate governance and regulations. We'll see one by one the questions how UPSC has asked in the last 5 to 6 years. Organization and ministry mapping. Already I told you in the orientation of economic class, organization and ministry mapping is a key theme asked in UPSC. Key theme, sir and ma'am, key theme. So make sure you know this with respect to industries and what functions are being conducted by which departments and which ministries. With reference to Government of India, inside are the following information: organization and ministry. Director of Enforcement, ED, always in news, no? It comes under which? Ministry of Home Affairs. Directorate of Revenue Intelligence. Yes, Department of Revenue, Ministry of Finance. Revenue. Okay. Next, DG Systems and Data Management. Yes, they deployed AI. Okay, and Big Data to boost and enhance revenue. Department of Revenue, Ministry of Finance again. If you are able to observe, you see all 3 organizations are actually linked to Ministry of Finance, Department of Revenue, and only one ministry is given wrong. Director of Enforcement or ED is in news, also is with respect to Ministry of Finance in Department of Revenue. Okay, with respect to money laundering, ED will work to ensure that money laundering will not happen and taxes are not, for example, taxes which are unpaid will be enforced by ED under Ministry of Finance. So here 2 and 3 are right, or only 2 pairs. Only 2 are right. ED, Director of Enforcement, operates under Department of Revenue, Ministry of Finance as well. Next, statutory bodies or the bodies and which ministry. Again, question has been asked in 2025. See, sir, the theme, 2 bodies themes repeated again in 2025. 2 questions have come directly. National Automotive Board, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. What is Automotive Board? Okay, with respect to automotives, will it be under Ministry of Transport, Highway, Industries, Heavy Industries, or Ministry of Commerce? Obviously, yes, changed it. You will be able to see. Coir Board. Coir Board, does Ministry of Heavy Industries deal with Coir Board? No, it should be Ministry of Commerce and Industry. It has been interchanged. National Center for Trade Information. Trade Information, everything will be again Commerce Ministry. Ministry of MSMEs? No. National Center for Trade Information Services Information will be Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Therefore, MSME also is wrong. Here if you see, none of them are correct. Answer is option D, none of the above. Automotive Board, Ministry of Heavy Industry, Coir Board under MSME. Sorry, Coir Board I told Commerce, sorry, MSME. Ministry of MSME, National Center for Trade Information, Ministry of Commerce and Trade. Yes, interchange with all the 3 options which you are able to see. So here, none of the above are the answer. Next, this was asked in 2025. How many of the following activities, again with respect to activities, always economic activities, questions are asked. Regulated by Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board, that is PGNB. Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board in our country. Production of crude oil, refining, storage and distribution of petroleum, marketing and sale of petroleum products, production of natural gas. Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board is involved in downstream activities, not upstream activities. What are upstream activities? Production, exploration, Okay, exploration of natural gas, petroleum, these are looked by not PNGRB, these are looked by Directorate General of Hydrocarbons, DGH. So here only statement 2 and statement 3 with respect to refining, with respect to storage, distribution and marketing are done by Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board. Production and production of natural gas and production of crude oil is done by DGHI, Director General of Hydrocarbons. So answer is here only 2. This you need to know. What you have to know? You have to know upstream, downstream, and this was a current affairs topic. So if you have read, you will be able to answer. Otherwise, it's not very easy. Upstream, downstream, in agriculture and economy also forward and backward linkages. Forward and backward linkages becomes very, very important. All these concepts with respect to how economically an organization and a sector is interlinked. Here only 2 is your answer. Next, mining. With respect to mining and natural resources, questions has been asked. With respect to major minerals, with respect to minor minerals, rules with respect to minerals, okay, with respect to sand, gravel, always in news. Statement 1, in India, state governments have power for making rules for the grants of concessions in respect of extraction of minor minerals located in their territories. Yes, under MMDR Act. Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act 1957, state governments can make rules for grant of concession in respect of minor minerals. Correct? Sorry, in India, state governments have no power as given. No power. Wrong. State government can, okay, give concession in respect of extraction of minor minerals. Minor minerals, state government have the rights. Here he has mentioned no power. Under MMDR Act, state governments have the power. In statement questions, if you know one statement is wrong, then you can directly get the answer. Statement 1 is incorrect, statement 2 is correct. In India, central government has the power to notify minor minerals under relevant law. Under MMDR Act, state government has the power to give concession. However, to notify which are the minor minerals, which are the major minerals, that is done by central government under MMDR Act 1957. Those laws have been amended, edited in previous years which are in use. So the current affairs question has been linked with respect to mining, natural resources and economical activities. Next, with reference to sector, again economic sectors question has been coming. We'll see. With respect to Indian economy, consider the following pairs. Storage of agricultural produce, secondary. He's asking which are primary sector, secondary sector, tertiary sector. Okay, easy question. Storage, see agricultural produce, okay, agriculture is a primary, storage will be tertiary. Storage is tertiary. If agriculture product, for example from wheat, if you make bread, then that will be secondary. Storage will come under tertiary sector. Okay, so statement 1 is wrong. Dairy farm, again primary sector, right. Mineral exploration is considered as a primary sector, not tertiary. Weaving cloth, growing cotton is a primary. Making the cotton into cloth, weaving is secondary. So 2 is right, 4 is right, and 1 or 3 are wrong. So answer is correctly matched is 2 pairs. Clear? Easy question asked in 2024. Next, with respect to corporate governance and regulations, especially when there are a lot of things like BYJU'S going on, okay, corporate governance is in news, mismanagement of funds, directors, okay, All these are very important with respect to corporate governance, the rules, regulations, the ministry body attached to it. All this becomes important. With reference to corporate social responsibility rules in India, consider the following statement. CSR rules specify that expenditure that benefit the company directly or its employees will not be considered as CSR activities. Yes, funds cannot be used to help or benefit their own company or their employees. That will not be considered CSR activities. CSR rules do not specify minimum spending. See, rules always specify particular things in detail. Do not specify is wrong. CSR rules do specify it is 2%. 2% of its profits for the CSR activity should be done. So statement 2 is wrong, statement 1 is right. Answer will be one pair or one only. So the Companies Act 2003 mandates a minimum spending of 2% of average net profit for eligible companies. Statement 1 is correct. Next, with respect to port infrastructure, question has been asked in 2023. Consider the following pairs. This you need to know about all the infrastructure that are going on. Current affairs will be linked with static. Kamarajar Port, first major port in India, registered as a company. Yes, Kamarajar Port, Tamil Nadu. Mundra Port, largest privately owned port in India. Correct, that also. Visakhapatnam Port, largest container port. No, the JNPT, Jawaharlal Nehru Port. If you know, you can answer. Jawaharlal Nehru Port is the largest container port in India, in Mumbai. Visakhapatnam Port, okay, cargo, bulk cargo is handled in Visakhapatnam Port. So statement 1 and 2 are right, 3 is wrong. Here you can't eliminate unless you know. So here only 2 pairs. This is based on pure knowledge and you should have factual understanding of which port is having which of the features. Clear? So we'll see the next question. Again, with respect to infrastructure, but with respect to investment in infrastructure, question has come. We'll see the statement based question. This is interest incomes from deposits in infrastructure investment trusts. Okay. Distributed to investors is exempted from tax, but the dividend is taxable. See, always, but when he is using contradictory word, that is, he is setting a trap in UPSC. Interest income from the deposits in InvIT funds, okay, trust funds are also taxable, okay. Not only the dividends, but also the interest income that is earned from the deposits in InvITs, infrastructure investment, is also taxable. Dividends are also taxable. Statement 1 is wrong. Statement 2, InvITs are recognized as borrowers under Surface Act 2002. It's a generic statement. So already you know if statement 1 is wrong, you can directly come to option D. Interest income from InvITs is generally taxable. InvITs are recognized under Surface Act to facilitate debt recovery if we go through under insolvency. InvITs are recognized as borrowing under Surface Act, Securitization Act, right? Surface Act, IBC Act, all these are very important acts with respect to insolvency whenever there is a credit and borrowing is happening. Next, again, MSME regulation in 2023, okay, new definition of micro, medium, micro, small and medium were given, new definitions were given. So question had come in that year. According to MSME Act 2006, the medium enterprises are those with 15 crore and 25 crore, 15 crore profit, 25 crore revenue. No, it has been changed. It has been changed and revised in 2020 up to 50 crores profit, 50 crores up to 50 crores profit and 250 crores turnover. Okay, up to 50 crores, investment up to 50 crores and turnover up to 250 crores. So statement 1 is wrong. All bank loans to MSME qualify under priority lending? Okay, these are banking regulations. Banking is one of the topic linked to the industrial sector. Yes, all bank loans, especially to MSMEs, are considered under PSL, priority lending sector, PLS. So statement 2 is right, statement 1 is wrong. Here answer is option B. Any amendments, any changes with respect to key industrial acts and schemes will be very important in the upcoming prelims exam. With reference to Banks Board Bureau, banking governance, question will see which of the following statements are correct. The governor of RBI is the chairman of BBB. No, not governor. Banks Board Bureau, okay. Central government will appoint the chairman, not the RBI governor is the chairman. Statement 1 is wrong. Banks Board Bureau recommends for the selection of heads for the public sector bank. Yes, it's a body appointed by Banks Board Bureau. The chairman is appointed by central government, not the governor. BBB recommends selection of heads for public sector bank. It helps the public sector banks in developing strategies and capital raising plans. Yes, that is also a generic statement. Now, Banks Board Bureau is headed by government appointed chairman. Now it is FSIB. BBB is replaced by FSIB. Okay. The board is replaced by Financial Service Board, not Banks Board Bureau. Now it is known as appointed by central government, not the governor of RBI, and these two are the functions. So statement 2, statement 3 is right. 2 pairs are correct and the first one is wrong because BBB was replaced by FSIB. In that year the question came. So we'll see next question. E-commerce policy with reference to foreign owned e-commerce firms operating in India. For example, Amazon, right? Which of the following statements is correct? They can sell their own goods in addition to offering their platform as marketplaces. Can they sell their own goods in addition to offering platform? No, in India, the foreign owned e-commerce companies cannot sell their own goods in addition to their platform. The degree to which they can own big sellers on their platform is limited. Yes, if one or the two vendors are owning the entire platform, then there will be monopoly. Okay, up to one vendor, how much the revenue or how much selling can happen is limited. I think it's around 20 to 25%. The degree to which they can own big sellers is limited. Correct. Under e-commerce rules, statement 2 is right, statement 1 is wrong. Answer will be option B, 2 only. FDI policy, okay, for foreign e-commerce companies will allow only, okay, selling the inventory and not their own goods, and it will be platform, ensure fairness. Also, vendor ownership also is strictly capped. Next, macroeconomic question, which again asked in 2022, which are asked in 2024 in 2022. Farmers harvesting their crops. Okay, which of them following activities constitute real sector in the economy? Okay, which are real sector? That is physical production of goods and services are happening. Farmer harvesting their crops, yes. Textile mill converting raw cotton into fabric, yes. Commercial bank lending money to a trading company, that is not coming under real sector. Corporate body issuing rupee denominated bond overseas, they are also activities are not considered real sector in the economy. Here only statement 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is the answer. 3 and 4 are not considered real sector. Okay, real sector involves production and consumption of goods, services. Banking and bond issuance belong to the financial sector, and there is no production of goods and service happening there. Next, we'll see with respect to digital infrastructure with reference to software as a service, SaaS, right? consider the following statements. SaaS buyers can customize the user interface and can change data fields. Possibility is speaking about, I already told, any new technology with respect to economy, with respect to environment in science and tech. If there is a possibility, yes, right. SaaS users can access their data through their mobile devices. Yes. Outlook, Hotmail, Yahoo, okay, Have a Mail are forms of, some of the forms of software as a service. Yes. Here, all the three statements are a possibility and a general direction towards, okay, technological growth and other options. So here, answer will be option 1, 2, 3, software as a service. Next, labor statistics question has been coming from the report. In India, which one of the following compiles information on industrial disputes, closures, retrenchments and layoffs in factory employing workers? Is it statistic office? You need to know which of the report of CSO, or now it is NSO. Okay, like periodic labor force, okay, labor force survey, all this becomes important. DPIIT, Labor Bureau, NTMIS. Here answer is Labor Bureau. Under Ministry of Labor, Labor Bureau under the Ministry of Labor and Employment will collate and compile all this information with respect to disputes, closure, retrenchments and layoffs. So we'll see the next question. I think we solved it in statutory body of CCO. We'll see once again. In India, what is the role of Coal Controller Organization? See, it's a regulatory organization. Major source of coal statistics in Government of India. Yes. Like RBI, how it collates information. CCO also collates information with respect to coal statistics. Monitors development of captive coal lignite blocks. Yes. Coal blocks, it will monitor. Here's objection to acquisition of coal bearing areas. That also regulation it will does. Ensure mining companies deliver coal to end users in prescribed time. Is it the function of a regulatory body to ensure whether money is going through to the end user, whether mining companies are make sure that coal is delivered to the end user? Is that the job of regulatory body? No. For example, you have Coal Authority of India, okay, which are the private PSU companies which ensures that after mining is done, and if the end user had paid for that, the coal will be delivered to the end user, not CCO. So answer will be 3 pairs or 1, 2, 3. Here answer will be 1, 2, 3. So understand major bodies, major acts, major infrastructure development which are in news will be asked in economy. So revise those areas, revise those current affairs and make sure you are prepared in these areas also. Till then, see you in the next class. Keep revising. So make sure whatever subjects we are covering, revise well, study well, use this PYQ decoder class for your advantage. Till then, see you in the next class. Take care.